too. Let's see if this is any better. Hello everyone. Happy 2021. Let's see if there we go. Perfect. Okay. So, looks like we've got everything about where I need it. Oh, a hummingbird just flew by and has landed on my rose. And he looks like he's staring in at me. Like, ooh, it's cold outside. Let me in, let me in. I love hummingbirds. Okay, anyway. It's a squirrel. Squirrel! Oh, and he's gone, just like that. Went to have breakfast. Alright, new catalog today. Yay! Everybody give woo-woo! Fireworks. Okay, so I wanted to show you, and I figured, okay, it's New Year's Day. Let's do something sparkly. So I've got my husband. Well, that was good. Hold on a minute. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you don't see me crawling on the floor to go get the stuff. Okay. Just the way the morning's going, right? Alright, I'm back with my Astroid that wanted to leave the country. So this is Astroid Stickle Glitter Gel. And it is really goopy. It's like thick snot. Keep the lid on so it doesn't dry out. Okay, and I wanted to show you that I'm going to be working with this stamp set here. And, you know, it's winter, so it's cold outside. The little snowman, little hat. I love the little cup of coffee, or hot cocoa. Happy New Year. Okay, so that's the stamp set we're using. I'll put that up there. And then I pulled out stencil number 3, and it's supposed to be 12 by 12. What happened? Yes, I did. I cut this one up. This one was like a 9 patch if you're a quilter. And I just cut it at 4. And I cut out this one. Which you can't see a darn thing. Here, hold on. So I cut out, does that help? Cut that one out. Okay? Alright. So put that aside. Oh, and that number, in case you want it, is, and it's got this 9 patch with it. I'll show you the rest of it. I need that one. Otherwise I'll say, where is it? Where is it? Okay. Other 2 things that is in here. You get 3 stencils. And they're nice heavyweight. So this one is a sunburst. Hopefully you can see that. And this one is graduating polka dots. Oh, love me some polka dots. I almost used this one, but I didn't. Okay. So that's that. Get that out of the way. So I'm going to be using this, the Astroids, my little, that thing, palette knife, that thing. Okay, mine is not dry yet, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to make, and I don't know if you can see, wait till the camera goes, I made the bottom there, the little snow line, really thick, so I'm hoping that it will dry. And I'll let you know how long it takes. Okay? So that is the card we are doing. Okay? Make sure you can get a good look at it. I'm going to show you a couple techniques. Alright. Let's see. Where to put that? I do not want to stick my fingers in it. Alright. So, got a piece of white cardstock. A piece of glacier. I already stamped Baby It's Cold Outside. I've got a hat and this little guy. So let's start with coloring. So today I am using these colors. I am using, let's see, there we go. Ice Blue Blend, Vintage Blue, Coral, and the White Blender. It says it's a blender, but think of it as taking away color. Okay? So I'm going to use those. I'll use that in a minute. I'm going to use glacier ink that matches my glacier paper. And I've got my stamp. So this particular little hat comes with an outline and then a quick and easy color. Oh, I didn't notice this was on here. New Year's Day. That's cool. Chillin', New Year's Day. I like that. Oh, look, there's even Frosty. Wow, I guess I really didn't look at this set. Frosty, Winter, Chillin', Hot Cocoa. Love that one. Snow Day, Happy New Year. I love this tree line. Okay, anyway, enough about that goodie. Let's get on to this one. So, I want to get a little closer. And I stamped it in black. I want something permanent, so that way you can color. And then I'm going to take and ink up. Make sure I'm where I need to be. I'm going to ink up Glacier. I'm going to take a bunch of that off, and then I'm going to roll it around just to get the edges, like so. So you can see it's just a little bit more defined around those edges. Now last time I didn't get as good a look as that. And last time I had more of a dark. I just can't seem to get a dark today. Let's see. Okay, let's pretend it was more dark, somewhere in between the middle of that. So when you have a little bit too dark, you can take the blender, and it has two ends. It has a big fat end, and it has a little end, which we need the little end. And you just go in, and I stay away from the middle of the lines, and I'm only going to do about that far. Can you see where this part is still a lot darker than over here? And I'll put a still of that. So that takes away some color, so that way you can add the color you like, and then, you know, wipe that off onto a piece of paper, your hand, whatever. And then I took the coral, and I took the light color, and I went back and just colored in. Let's do it on this side so you can see it a little better. I colored in the light. And that's a good reminder. It will bleed through the back, so you want to make sure you're not on top of your card surface or whatever you're doing. So I did the light, and then I went to the dark, and I'm just going along the bottom edge instead of all of it, okay? So I did all of it with the light, and then I just went along the bottom edge. And you can see I kind of went outside the line. Here's your best friend, Jelly Roller. Take that and just go up to the line that you went over. And I've never done it on something that didn't have a white edge. And look at that. Isn't that cool? Cleaned up my mess. I know it's your favorite thing today, right? Alright, so then, what else did I do with these? Oh, I colored in my snowman just a little bit. So again, I took the light color of coral, colored his whole nose, and then I took the dark, and I just went down along the bottom edge, kind of like what a shadow would be. And then for the, which one's lighter? Ice blue is the lighter one of the two blues that I'm using. I just kind of thought of the sun coming from this angle. The sun coming from this angle, so you're going to get shadow, 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 because there's a hat on. Okay? So I just kind of went around and gave him some shadow, mostly on this side. Just a little bit there. And then on this side, I just kind of dotted and drug it so it just didn't quite fill in all of it, and then when I got to where I thought the shadow would be more, I went around and did the more of a defined line. Okay, so that was the light of ice blue, and then I was trying to mimic the color of the glacier, and so I took the vintage blue on the light and just went back and added a little bit of color. It kind of tones down, is that light? Yeah. Tones down the brighter blue, if you will. And then it's still just a smidge dark, so I'm going to go back with the ice blue on light, and while it's still wet, go back, a little bit more in a hurry, or quicker, I guess, not in a hurry. I just went back over it a little bit, and that kind of blended those two together, so it takes out the brightness of this one, but not so dull of this one, if that makes sense. Like so. Okay. Oh, and then the scarf. What I did for the scarf was I took and alternated light, medium, dark, light, medium, dark. I just went down and I went light, medium, dark, light, medium, dark, light. And then I went to the next one. Medium, medium, and then to the dark, which is kind of bright, but it breaks it up by threes, so it looks okay once it dries. It dries a little bit lighter, so then you can kind of see his little scarf. Okay, and I'll show you again on the other one, all of it done. Oh, and then I did kind of go around with my light blue, which is the ice blue on light, and I just kind of barely peeked around the edge of those. Now I'm going to leave one not done, and see how it just kind of pops it a little bit. This one just kind of seems blah, so this just kind of pops it out a little bit. Okay, when you go around his hands, I think of little bubbles, so I'm leaving little bubble circles, if you will, when I cut him out. Okay, and then obviously we glue on this other hat, but I don't need to take the time to cut that hat out. Okay, and then I wanted to get to this part. So what I did was took my tape runner and some tape. I think I'm going to run out. And I just kind of positioned that the way I wanted it. And then I took this one and I positioned it a little off sides. Okay, like so. And then you can put this on when you get this part. Well, you can put it on whenever. I will put it on now. I raised it up a little bit. Remember to use your scissors that don't stick. And I don't need all of this, so I'm going to cut it in half. Look at that, nothing on there. Okay. Anybody around? Huh? Watch on the replay if you're sleeping in. Alright, so we put a little bit of that on there. Peel off our tape. Or peel off our layer. There's one. There's two. I guess I need a little more sleep. Alright, so we'll put our little snowman up a little high. Alright, so now let's move all this out of the way. Pull out this, this, and this. Don't need that. And I might need this. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a little bit of background. Make sure you can see me. And I hate pulling my camera in too close, but you need to see me a little bit more. Oh, great. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Okay, it doesn't want to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this around like so. I'm getting really brave here because I'm not going to tape anything down. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to get a little bit on the back of my knife. Okay. And I'm going to just hold this here. I'm just going to start putting a really thin layer that will dry quickly. And I just want, that's okay, I just want it on the white part. Okay, and you can see that there's a nice little circle there. So you just put it underneath the template, if you will. I'm trying to stay away from the blue part and the other stuff I have on there. I know I could have done it before. Oops, that's okay. See, I'm going to go pick up this little silver guy and just drop him there. And then I'm going to move, hold on. Let's get rid of some of that so it doesn't go on the back of our card. And I'm going to go over to this side. Actually, I'm going to wipe off just a touch of this. Okay. And then I want to put this back down. Watch out that you don't hit that one. Go back in. Do a little more. Need some more. Go, please. Oh, I just went over what I said not to, but that's okay. So this one will be a little different. Okay. There we go. So we lift that up. Take this out of the way. Get rid of all of that. And something I noticed, I'm just going to set that down because I'm going to use it in a sec. Something I noticed with this one is the cutout is really like scratchy, if you will. So I'm just gently not rubbing too much because it will tear the paper towel. So I'm getting off what I can. You know, clean up for this stuff is always good. And then I take baby wipe. I get it all off my hands. And this is where you really see it. So if you're just gentle, because you want to get those off of there, although I don't think they'll do too much. But if you rub it like this, look what happens. See all those threads coming out? Which is okay. I mean, it won't hurt it. Okay. But when you're done wiping it off and it gets stuck in there, you've got to go back and pull off all those little threads. So it looks like I have a cat in the house. All these, see? All that little stuff. So just be mindful of that. You're going to just, you know, let it dry. It'll probably come off. Anyway, so, you know, clean up your stencils. They'll last a long time. Be gentle with them because, like I said, they are kind of pokey. Okay, so I'm done with that. Try and get all the glitter off that I can. I'm going to save that because I'm going to need it in a second. That's okay. It's glitter time. Make sure that surface is dry before I put my card down. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do, let's see if I can do it up here. I want something a little thicker. So look at how thick I'm going to put that. Okay? Like I said, I'll let you know how long it takes to dry. So I go in, get a little more, turn around to this side. And this one, I got quite a bit more of those little circly bobs. But if you didn't get enough, here's a trick. Put it in along the edge here. Make sure you can see this. And I just kind of spread it out a little bit until you can see a circle right there. And kind of get off all the excess that I can. I just pick up that one circle, okay, and then I use my piercing tool. I'm going to get down where I can see it, and I just kind of place it where I want it. And I kind of want to see if I can get it to stand up. Okay, so here's another one right here on the edge. I'm going to pick it up with my palette knife and go over and just stick it down where I want. And this is where, if you didn't get enough maybe on the top that you wanted, Go back in, find another one. Oh, I didn't get it. Hold on. Where'd it go? This stuff is so fun to work with, you guys. I hope you get some and try it. So then we can take it and more easily direct where we want that to be. Whether we want it to be in the middle of there, or, and this again is the Astroid. They're all named kind of different names. I'll show you where they are in the catalog in just a second. Get one more out. And I'll put one more right there. Okay, so remember, clean that off. Clean that off. Clean, oops, don't roll on me. Clean off your palette knife. And then throw that away. Close up your glitter. And you might have to go and wash your hands because they're kind of glittery. So that's what I did, and see all that nice chunkiness? Let's see if you can see it. I think you can. Come on. Oh great, it was interrupted. It says my broadcast has been paused. Should resume shortly. Come on. So that's what I did. I don't know. Let me see. Let's try it this way. Let's see if you can see the thickness this way. There we go. There you should be able to see. So I will take some close-ups and, oh, I gotta put my other, cut my hat out and put that on. And maybe I'll add a little pretty to the middle of his hat. Okay, that's it today, guys. Have a great day. Hopefully you can just lounge around and do what you want to do, be a little crafty, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.